All right, welcome back to the top 5 tips for new math coaches. Tip number 4 is avoid overwhelm with focused action. And one way to do this is to follow a proven roadmap. When I work with math coaches, instructional leaders, and specialists, I take them through what I call the math improvement pathway. And it's this 3-phase roadmap, essentially, that allows you to streamline your math strategy, support teachers and strengthen their instructional practice, and then shift into supporting unfinished learning and really helping to make sure that all your students, even the ones that come in with those missing prerequisites, can access the grade level content and engage in it in a meaningful way. Here's a little bit more about what we do in phase 1, streamlining your math strategy. First, voice your vision. Get down on paper, what do you want math instruction to look like at your school or your district? That's really important that you get it down on paper and you share it with others and invest your team. Next, you're going to pick your priorities. So what are the 2 to 3 topics or areas that you believe if you focus on those areas, you double down on those areas with your efforts, you will see the change you want to see. I also think it's really important to prep for planning and prep for pacing. And what that means is you think about what are planning practices going to look like across our school or district. Are there guides? Are there, templates? What are the rhythms for planning? Is it weekly planning, unit planning? What are the things you're going to focus on and support teachers with? And also, what are the things you want to be done in common, right? What are the things that everyone in the school or district should be doing in planning? And also along with that is pacing. Do you have a scope and sequence? Is it paced out? Is it realistic? And then finally, aligning math professional learning and professional development. So thinking about all the structures that you have that you can leverage to support teachers and build up their skills and offer them feedback. And how do you plan to use those to work towards your vision and, have your whole team embody that vision? If these seem like topics that you could use more support with, I highly recommend checking out my workshop, Streamline Your Math Strategy. And you can find that on my website, mindfulmathcoach.com/coaches, and you'll get more details about the workshop there. This is what one coach had to say when she was working through Streamline Your Math Strategy. This is Julie Duffy, who's a K-8 coach that I work with. She said, I started doing the modules and I have such clarity. It just makes so much sense. We keep saying we have to go slow to go fast, but we have to actually start doing it. You help me figure out where to start. And this was so gratifying to hear because I had just met with Julie a few weeks prior and a principal from her district and an assistant superintendent. And they literally had told me, like, we don't know where to start with math improvement. We have all these challenges. Math instruction does not look in our schools how we want it to look. And there's all these different places we could start. And there's all these different things we could do. And math improvement efforts, we know about and have heard about, but we really just don't know where to start. And so after working through Streamline Your Math Strategy, which is an on-demand workshop, and each of those 5 modules are like 20 minutes long, so it's very digestible. It helped her to kind of clarify her thinking and know what her first step was. So that is why I suggest following a roadmap, following a pathway, following something so you don't just have all these ideas spinning in your head and, it can be overwhelming. And I definitely don't want you to feel that way. So if you want some help with where to start, definitely go grab Streamline Your Math Strategy.